So if fear and love are opposites, and yet they still coincide, death and sex are also coinciding opposites. And what that means is fear means nothing without love, and love means nothing without fear. Because fear is sort of a side effect, or maybe the cause of the illusion of separation. Love is the bringing together of formerly separate things. So one forces a duality, and the other brings it back again to unity. And in the same way, sex creates new bodies, new life, which must die. And so, with sex and birth comes death. And they're always going to be connected. You can never have one without the other. And I was thinking about, what most of us consider to be a sort of quaint, dogmatic Christian tradition, which has it that you should be married before you have sex. But doesn't necessarily that doesn't necessarily imply that you just have to be formally legally married, and that a judge or some kind of public official has sworn off your legal binding or anything. It means you're in love. To be married to someone in the biblical sense means to be in love with them. And so it's a sin to have sex unless you are in love. And I was thinking, well, maybe there is a very deep spiritual meaning to that, in the sense that sex and death are so related. If we aren't having sex with someone because we love them, we're essentially masturbating and almost willingly committing suicide. Because an orgasm to me seems, if there were ever a corollary to death in life, it would be an orgasm. Death, the French call orgasms the little death. I don't know how to say it in French, but that's the literal translation into English, which implies that death is the big orgasm. And that seems to fit. And so when we have sex out of wedlock or out of love, meaning not that we have sex out of love, but that we have sex when we're not in love, we're not expressing life. We're not intending to have a child, to bring life into the world. We're only seeking pleasure for ourselves. And if the self, the ego, is an illusion, then sex for pleasure is also an illusion. So I just thought that was worth contemplating. Like I said, don't take this as me saying that we should all wait until we're married to have sex. I'm just saying, unless you feel love for the person that you're having sex with, there seems to be something illusory about what you're seeking. Some temporary pleasure. You're seeking this temporary pleasure, but really behind that seeking, what you're really after, is something that's not temporary, something that's eternal. And you continually chase after these little deaths, these mini orgasms. You continually have sex for pleasure, never looking at another person for some kind of deeper relationship, but only for the pleasure that you can get out of it. It seems that we're under an illusion when we do that. We're not really seeing the reality. We're not admitting to ourselves what we really want. So, yeah, hopefully that makes some sense.